remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're back with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast on this Saturday, man. Y'all smash that like button. Sub up to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers. Occasional try-on hauls, y'all know we got Music Monday, but this is Sold Out, man, where we pretty much take a break from, I guess throughout the week of just having nice casual sneaker talk. So again, sign up for that Sold Out Discord. Link is pinned at the top of the comment section, and it is free to sign up. Or of course, we continue the sneaker talk, but we got a food section, a sports section, you name it, right? Okay. But tonight, man, we're gonna be keeping the sneaker talks, man. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the content. What we have today that's actually dropped, I can actually check the sneakers app. Nothing too crazy. I think we had 2 5s. We had the Awake 5s, and then we also had those like I guess you can say like cell and green joints, which was kind of weird colorway, which I don't think a lot of people actually showed out for those, but pretty much a quiet week. But September pretty much is right around the corner on Monday, so I think we'll be heating up a little bit because I know rumors is we got those Travis Scott reverse low joints coming out too. So we're gonna talk a little bit of that tonight. But tonight's topic, man, we're going to be talking Nike announces more job cuts, and then SSENSE is filing for bankruptcy. So pretty much we got two major topics that I want to discuss tonight, and then we'll also be talking a little bit of upcoming sneaker releases as well, and then we'll wrap things up here for the night. So it should be a nice, chill stream. As y'all coming out, definitely smash the like button, of course, sub up, and the Discord for sure, man. So again, hopefully you guys have been feeling the content, and I will get the party started here. I'll probably start with the job cuts from Nike. And let me just start out by saying this, right? It's kind of crazy because if you think about it, and I can check the sneakers app right now, I'm almost positive they got a lot of shoes that's probably still available and still sitting, right? Okay. And I don't really want to get started on talking about this, but this all boils down to one thing, man. There's been a major shift in the economy, right? Let's just keep it real. Again, y'all let me know as y'all coming out too if audio and visuals is looking okay. Audio is looking like it's going through good, and the visuals is looking good. But I say all this to say, man, to get back on topic, long story short, right, it's the economy, man. I ain't gonna say that it's a mixture of a lot of things. Of course, we're going to show out for the major heat by Nike, right? The undefeateds, we all showed out. Not everybody got their pair, but majority did, right? But okay, but now we're back to the regular, I guess you can say day-to-day operations, right? And at that point, we're picking and choosing and being very selective. I remember at one point, right, years ago, right? I want to say like at least like 2 years ago, people used to be like, man, you don't buy nothing. Because I was being selective back then. You know what I mean? And now that other people, like, it's like me, it's funny looking, coming full circle, how I can say, like, the times have turned, right? Now I'm not the only one that's being selective and buying what they like, not just copping everything just because it's a Jordan or because it's Yeezy or because it's that. You know what I'm saying? You're taking the time to, like, okay, cool. Not saying that even with all that being said, you could be lucky and hit, but you're also, like, holding back where it's like, okay, cool. I'm not just going to buy it just because it's the it thing. We still do have the hype beast. But also, that's a fun thing that I can bring into tonight's topic too, right? And I don't know if you guys noticed, we still have a few hype beasts, but nowhere near on the level of hype beastie of what we had like in the 2018 to like 2020s. You know what I'm saying? Like, people would do anything just to get the it thing, right? I'm not even going to throw no names out there, but that was like probably the peak of like sneaker YouTube where everybody was going crazy, right? Now, I say all that to say, like, not saying they don't exist, but they're a lot more quiet. So I will say this, with all this being said, with how the sneaker market is currently going and is being so quiet, where people that are still here, there's longevity, I'm going to just say it nicely, right? And I guess there's no real nice way to say it, but you slowly start to see the difference between who's really a sneakerhead and who's really a hype beast. There is a difference. They both like the same thing. Well, let me run it back. They both have similar interests, but only the real ones really want, in it for the, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Through the ups, downs, and what have you. As you can see, as the market goes down, where are the hype beasts at? And they could argue and say, well, Nike them ain't really dropping nothing crazy. Neither is Jordan Brand. But whenever we get a Travis, they're still very hard to cop, So, I mean, that could be debated as well. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot to take in, a factor into play in all this whole situation with the forthcoming of all this. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know Nike's done some layoffs, but that don't mean it's been like a whole bunch, right? Again, some jobs have merged together. And I've always said this too. One thing that I hate about when a company has to lay off, this is my thing, right? When a job, and we can say Nike, we can say, you can insert any company. When they have to take, like, lay people off or cut jobs, it doesn't mean necessarily those roles go away. It means it's like, okay, what was once like, let's say like, hey, it takes 2 to 3 people to run this. Now we're cutting it down to, no, let's say it's a job where really for it to run professionally and everybody get a break and everybody get to live their life and get time to themselves and still be able to work and everybody's happy, you need 6 people. Well, guess what? We're cutting it to 2. Now those 2 people, they're busy as hell all the time. You know what I'm saying? That basically what it seems like to me, right? Before I even go deep into the article, which I got 2 of those, and then SSENSE, right? I can't even remember if SSENSE is like what, like a retail store or a resale store. So I'm gonna have to look that up too real quick before I even get started on that one. And then I think we got some more action bronzes slated to come. And then salute to the people that have received their undefeateds as well. Y'all know me, man. I didn't get my joints in literally until yesterday's. That's why I went on and I locked in and made the content and dropped it, within reason too, man. And that's why probably the titles and stuff was messed up. But the kid, low key, if I seen like Drain Now, which I'm cool, but yesterday, I mean, like when I hit the bed, dog, I'm gonna be honest, I don't even remember falling asleep. You know what I mean? Just to keep it real. Like I just woke up and got back to the grind. You know what I'm saying? So as y'all coming out, smash the like button, and we will start tonight's topic first. I think we're gonna see I want to know what SSENSE is first, and then I think we'll go with SSENSE, and then we'll talk a little bit of Nike, and then we'll talk upcoming sneaker releases at the end of the live. But let me Google like SSENSE, the company. I want to see what it actually is because I've heard of it, but I know for a fact that I most likely have never spent a dime there. You know what I'm saying? And not saying it is a bad business, but I mean, if they're going through bankruptcy, that makes you think too. But again, I gotta Google what this is, because this has got to be something. Looks like overseas too. It's like a luxury brand type of thing. Let me see if they got an about section on their like page. Right? It's just kind of interesting. I thought they sold like Jordan and sneakers and stuff, but I keep hearing like SSENSE, you know what I'm saying? So I was very curious. I know it's high fashion. Do they got an about joint? Looks like it's overseas stuff too, man. This is very interesting. They got an Instagram, what have you, but no about joint from what it looks like, unless I'm just kind of like overlooking it, which is kind of weird, but it looks like high fashion type of like stuff, you know what I'm saying? Which looks kind of, it's definitely unique, but I'm gonna see what Google says for it, what it's called, and then we'll go there. Let me share my screen on this one real quick so you guys can check it out. Boom, here you go right here. It says dancer and choreographer Mario Van de Kilof models the latest in the men's footwear. So this is what it is, but it don't really tell you what the about is. This is my thing, because if they're filing for bankruptcy, obviously it's some type of big designer brand stuff. Again, I thought they showed like Jordans and stuff like that too. So I'm very curious what the hell is going on. But this popped up in my feed, so I am going to do a little bit of research on this and see what it is. But I could have sworn they showed like Jordans and stuff like that. But let me go through the first article. There's like 2, kind of what you need to know about SSENSE filing for bankruptcy. This is the first one that kind of caught my radar. And I was like, okay, I'm all in on this one. Let me see what's up. So it says, what you need to know about SSENSE filing for bankruptcy. And if you have shopped at SSENSE before, man, because there are some people, while they are sneakerheads, they do like to rock like, high fashion. You know what I'm saying? It's easily could probably put Kanye somewhat in his boat, even though he's kind of in his own different lane now. So I don't really want to pick on him too much. But I mean, he's different now. I'll leave it right there. But this is what you need to know, and then we'll cover the other article real quick, and then we'll pretty much transition on to Nike and upcoming sneaker releases. You know what I'm saying? It says, news of SSENSE filing for bankruptcy protection. Let me see if they got something right here, too, while I'm at it. If they got this, usually it kind of explains what this is. Let's see if we can pull this there or see if it's just the same thing. Oh, well, this is like SSENSE, their product that they're selling. Okay, cool. They have Off-White over there because this is clearly Off-White collabs. They got New Balance. I kind of figured that. Interesting. It's funny how I got a question. Have you seen anybody rocking Off-White that didn't have Jordan or Nike attached to it? Because this is regular like Off-White stuff. You know what I mean? No disrespect, but it's cool, but it ain't really pop, in my opinion, on a level of when we brought it to the sneaker world, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking Jordan and Nike them. So very interesting. But it says, news of SSENSE filing a bankruptcy protection recently broke following events that the company have described as the attempt by their creditors to force the sale of the Montreal-based global online retailer. If I'm not mistaken, Montreal, that should be Canada. Don't quote me on that, but that's probably Canada. It says founded in 2003 in Canada. There you go right there. Bro, some of the stuff, it's like you realize, like me, some stuff I don't realize what I know until like I really kind of like, it seems like I be fact checking myself if I haven't used it or said it in a while. But it says founded in 2003 in Canada's Montreal by brothers Remy and Basil and Fires Atala. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. SSENSE are a cornerstone retailer of high-end luxury goods, streetwear, sneakers, and accessories, and are re-owned for the legendary end-of-season sales. Currently, the business is run by the co-founder and chief executive, Rami Atta. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly, but most likely sounds like I'm butchering his name. Forgive me for that. It says, in a letter sent to the employees viewed by the business of fashion, Atta wrote that the company's lenders want to put SSENSE up for sale under the company's creditors arrangement act. The move is similar to bankruptcy protection, but allows the reconstructive of finances. Atta stated that SSENSE will fight the sale and instead file their own CCAA application in efforts to protect the company, keep control of the assets and operations, and fight for the future of the company. Let me say something this too about bankruptcy, right? A lot of people look at bankruptcy as like a bad thing, or, you know what I'm saying? To the best of my knowledge, if it's approved and you get it all through, it's kind of like all your kind of debts and stuff like that, or you have some type of plan that should bounce you back and you get a certain amount of time to get it done. Usually that's for like companies or somebody that's been in a hole where it doesn't seem like you can't even, you're not going to be able to dig out easily. But I have seen some company that filed for bankruptcy and they didn't close or lose it all. They bounced back, they fought it, and they rose to the top again. You know what I'm saying? And that one is like, I think I've covered that as well, on here. So just because you get in bankruptcy, if you're focused and determined, you know what I'm saying? It don't mean you can't dig out of the situation. And this probably applies to anything in life. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it, like case in point, you get yourself in some trouble. If you stay focused, yeah, it's not easy and meant for you to get out of the situation, right? But if you stay focused, determined, you can get up out that joint, man. You can do anything you set your mind to. It says, SSENSE was already experiencing a tough year, and I didn't know this, thanks to the slowdown of consumers purchasing luxury goods, which resulted in the company layoff over 100 employees. Atta attributes their more recent woes to the Trump trade policy, which have lumped Canadians' goods with a 25% tariff when coming into the United States, as well as the nixing of the D- execution, which allowed for parcels worth less than $800 to enter the U.S. duty free. So, yeah, again, this all boils down to, what did I get from this? Tariffs, right? And I hate to bring it up because honestly, nobody's tired of talking about tariffs more than me. But I'm trying to also stress the importance of how not only is this, let me put it this way, if it's affecting the businesses, what do you think it's going to affect? Because us, the consumer, we will stop. But let me put it this way. I'm pretty sure at this point, everybody slowly started just buying what they need versus what they want. We still getting what we want, but nowhere near on a level where it's like, you know what I mean? We got to make sure we got to eat too. You know what I'm saying? Also, everything is went up. Got to pay your bills first. You know what I'm saying? And then you do what you got to do for this. Because I say all to say, like, these luxury brands, while they're dope and pretty cool to have, is at a necessity. You know what I'm saying? And that's where people's mindset is, if I had to guess, right? It says, recently we have worked closely with financial and legal advisors to develop an restructuring plan to stabilize the business and rebuild it for the future. Atta added in the company memo. It says the court will decide which path we will follow, likely within the next week. Until then, our focus remains clear: protect value, stabilize the business, and set up a restructuring plan to secure our future. So again, I say all this to say again, if you stay focused and determined, you can get yourself out of anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, not always gonna be easy, but I'm saying majority of the stuff within reason. If there is an option, you can do it, but you're gonna have to obviously stick to the plan. You know, again, I don't think I've spent one dime at SSENSE. I've just kind of heard of them, right? Just doing like sneaker YouTube and talking fashion, and not that I'm a super fashionable guy. I'm a sneakerhead first, but I do hear about these other brands. Do I always cop? No. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, the most probably expensive thing that I probably spent on, like, is probably the Gucci fit and that Gucci bag, like luxury wise, and I think some Fendi stuff. But after that, I kind of fell back because I'm like, bro, it adds up. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep it real, and definitely not something I'm looking at right now in today's economy. You know what I'm saying? While I am still copping sneakers though, you know what I'm saying? But I'm also being selective with that, if I'm gonna keep it real. It says currently SSENSE is set to remain operating as normal and will continue to pay their employees salaries. Their web store and its guaranteed retail offer is still online and functioning to routine. Did you hear about Nike's recent layoffs and restructuring? Read up on the news. So, yeah, and that's pretty much what we're going to transition here in the next second. Let me see what they got this one on, because let me see if this is something new, because this is like business-wise of this joint. Nike recent layoffs and reconstructing. Oh, wow. What is StockX happening with the Nike lawsuit? That was August 30th. Man, I may have to hit this one too, but let me see real quick. I'm going to do this. I may have to change that because I didn't know there was an update on the StockX and Nike lawsuit, but I may touch that too. So let's go to the layoffs, and then if I can, I'll see if I can get to the StockX joint, because that one actually is pretty interesting, because I didn't even know this real quick. But yeah, tag SSENSE, interesting. So yeah, this is tag joint. Let me see, recent layoffs. Let me go back. I want to make sure I get it this one, because yeah, let me go boom. I'm putting it in another tab, and then this StockX joint. Let me click here, because if this is from recently, yeah, I want to make sure I cover. This is from August 30th, so pretty much, I mean, that's pretty much today. So that's why I didn't catch this joint. So this is gonna be live on the Flesh. I'll talk a little bit on this one. I probably won't go too in depth on this because it doesn't look like as much. Because if the last update is from March 25th, let's see, boom, yeah. So I'll probably leave this one alone because I don't think they have anything current on it from what I've seen. Yeah, they doing a timeline joint, but I don't think this is the whole recent most joint. Let's go to SSENSE real quick one more time. Let's see what they got over here for this, and then we'll transition on to Nike here for like the last 15-20 minutes. I'm gonna say SSENSE creditors to square off over company's future. So we just kind of read that the Montreal-based retailer was put up for sale by its creditors by a management has other plans, right? Let me see if we can get to, I'll read just a little bit of this because I think we already kind of got this covered. It says, SSENSE and its creditors are about to go to battle. A troubled Montreal-based retailer has filed for the Canadian equivalent to bankruptcy and put itself up for sale, a process that is direct conflict with the plan expected to be put forth of the management team. So again, and I think that's all that's going to let me go on this one right here. So since then, we got kind of what we need to know. We kind of covered that right here. Now this one, yeah, we covered that, making sure we're good on this one. And yeah, I think the StockX story, this is kind of like a timeline. The most recent one, let me see what it got on here, because I think we kind of already have this. I may cover this at the last bit of it, but I think we already have the most recent with this because we know about the lawsuits, but I don't think there's been a big necessarily update just yet, right? I'm gonna throw that out there. So you just never know, man. Interesting. Let's go over to Nike's layoffs real quick, or job cuts, and then we'll pretty much see where this goes for this. I'm not surprised to see a lot of these job cuts, right? Let's just keep it real. Think about this. Foot Locker and them have been sold to Dick's Sporting Goods, and obviously they had to take some cuts too over there. That's my thing. They already was closing stores left and right, reconstructing stores. They're making changes. The whole footwear world right now is kind of not what it used to be compared to 2021, 2020, 2019, 2018. I'll say, if anything, the peak it probably had hit was probably from 2018 all the way to, like, if I had to guess, 2018 all the way to like 2021. That was some crazy times. And then, what goes up must come down. And I'll say this, if Nike them has had to do job cuts, and what do you think everybody that does business with Nike has to do underneath them? You know what I mean? Like, think about that. Wow. Dick's Sporting Goods did, or in the process is, copping Foot Locker and making a deal with them. At the same time, they're doing this like hoping they going down, but they want to go back up. They're saying they could bring something different to the table. JD Sports have been known to have been merging and buying a lot of like stores as well. One of their biggest ones I think is Hibbett's and then Finish Line. So you know what I'm saying? Like, they have really been kind of restructuring this whole thing. Now, I'll be real with you, right? While I do pick up vlogs and mall vlogs every now and then, I really don't go on my way to do them. Like, I don't really step foot in the mall unless I absolutely have business there to do. You know what I'm saying? I just really don't. So, I say all that to say, like, while I will say when I do go in the malls, it do seem somewhat busy. Certain ones, not all of them. And if you look at my pickup vlog that I did, my most recent ones with those rare air joints, one of the first questions I got from one of the homies, they were like, yo, is it you were the only person there? I'm like, yeah. I showed up first thing in the morning, but at the same time, people wasn't lined outside the door to get the shoes. You know what I'm saying? I've been there, done that back in the day. That's not really a thing anymore. You know what I mean? Because of the safety. We get it every now and then. Like, I'll say the last time I seen it done was when they did those bread ones, the bread 185 cut joint, which was still suspect, and you saw how people reacted to the joint. You know what I'm saying? Because it obviously bothered a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? But let's go to the job cuts real quick, and then we'll keep the party going. It says Nike announces job cuts amid to corporate. Effort to corporates reconstructing, right? It says Nike's new layoffs will impact less than 1% of its workforce. So that's not bad. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, while 1% to me doesn't sound like a lot, but that could easily still be like hundreds of people with Nike, considering how many employees they have. They may have some people doing the designing work, but they probably still got a lot of the guys that do a lot of the physical work that, obviously you still got to get the shoes shipped out. You know what I'm saying? We pay for them, but somebody's got to do the leg work and get it out there and make sure we get it in the right, proper places. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what it's saying right here. Again, this is under the guy, Elliot Hill, which I think he took the spot, late last year? In your opinion, right? What do y'all think that he is? Do you think he's brought something different to the table, or has he done things for the better or for the worse? Like, I'm very curious, because do you notice a change, like, compared to the previous person that was in his spot? If you think about it, the person that was previous in his spot, I ain't gonna say they was doing any better, right? But at the same time, this guy, it seems like he is bringing a little bit more shoes that we didn't think was ever going to come back out again. Undefeated fours, for example. You know what I'm saying? Shattered backboards, even though the quality was not there. But, shoes we didn't think was going to go over again. You know what I'm saying? We got Thomas Gold Ring Jr. in the building. Says, back in the I used to work at Foot Locker back in the day, part-time. Thanks for the info, Polo. Keeps those contents going. Most definitely, yeah. My thing is this. I always used to low-key, I had wanted a job at Foot Locker at one point to be just the guy. I'm like, I don't even want to work the floor. Just let me be the guy that comes stock stuff. Let me get my shoe discount. Make sure I secure my pairs every time and dip. You know what I'm saying? I would have probably been spending my whole, Foot Locker check probably back in that same, I've been giving the money right back to him. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably good why I didn't get the joint. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, with Dick's Sporting Goods, them taking over Foot Locker, or about to anyway, we'll see what they bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? Again, this new guy, Elliot Hill, I'm not saying he definitely seems like he's got stuff going in the right direction. But at the same time, with reconstruction and all that, it takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? this guy's coming in expecting to do a turnaround, and you got to give him time to do it. I will say one thing that bothered me was, I was talking to Dunks yesterday, and for the undefeated fours that was supposed to be rolling out on the sneakers app, it was super exclusive access, and you just pretty much had to keep your notifications on. And then even if you got access, it didn't mean you was guaranteed that you were getting them. So it was just weird all the way across the board in that whole situation, if you ask me. It says, as hinted at by Nike CEO Elliott Hill during the brand Q4 earnings report in June, the sportswear giant laid off less than 1% of the corporate workforce on Thursday. News of the move was reported by Business of Fashion. It says, according to the internal memo from Hill that was sent to Nike employees yesterday and was acquired by BOF, this is part of the brand's sport offense, and they got that in quotations, by the way, strategy that shifts the focus to product innovation and marketing around its sports category. So, again, to change things, you got to lose some people. That also lets you know the sales aren't selling. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about this. I can check the sneakers app right now, which I haven't done, but you know what? I'm going to do that just for shits and giggles, right? What's like really on there available right now? You know what I'm saying? That stuff that we normally wouldn't anticipate. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it 100. Those Air Max 95 SBs, they didn't sell out super quickly either, which ironically, I see they got the fire red black tons on this joint. But I do see the Awake 5 sold out, but those other 5s, they didn't sell out. The Lomi Cell joint, they didn't sell out. You know what I'm saying? The shattered backboards are still on here. You know what I'm saying? Ironically, the SB 95s, the Air Max 95 SB joints, they're still on here. The French Blue 12s, still on here. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And I could probably go down the rabbit hole some more. Those Jordan 1 muslin joints, they're still on here too. You know what I'm saying? And other stuff that I already probably anticipated to be on here. Let me see if it's a full-size runs on the shatters. Maybe they're slowly selling out. Bro, if y'all let the shatters go to outlets, y'all disrespectful. To keep it 100, it ain't a full-size run on here, but they're gonna sell out. Just probably I'll say they'll sell out within the next 2 weeks. They're moving, but I'll put it this way, the average size is still available. I seen my size on there, size 12 on there. 9 on there, you name it. You know what I'm saying? So again, I say all that to say too, the market is not where it once is. So if stuff is still sitting and they're not making money, I'm gonna put it this way, they're losing money because, hey, we still paying this person what we agreed to pay them. Just cut them off and we'll get that money back here. We don't really need this many people here, that many people there. That's usually how it goes. They cut from the top, and then they cut from the bottom. Usually the middleman is okay, but it's still kind of scary, Just food for thought, But then again, they could be cutting in all angles. It says, according to the internal memo from Hill that was sent to Nike employees yesterday, it was acquired by BOF that the party's brand sports offense strategy that the shift focus to the product innovation and marketing around sports and category. Definitely read that one. Let's see. It says, the memo breaks down Hill's new reconstructing approach where the corporate teams within Nike, Jordan, and Converse brand will no longer be structured in the categories like men's, women's, and kids. Instead, teams will now be organized into sports-obsessed teams aiming to create the most innovative and COVID product, footwear, apparel, and accessories for the specific athletes they serve. Interesting. So instead of, I guess he said, instead of men's, women, and kids, they're going to focus on just sports themed stuff and cater to, I guess, what the fans want. But that's going to be very interesting. I'm very curious how that's going to look. You know what I'm saying? Cool. Because to be honest, while I do look at other Nikes, but let's just keep it 100. Jordan put them on the map. Whether they want to give him credit or not, which they have, he's straight. He ain't really worried about it. And it's the thing I was thinking about too throughout this week too, man. I was like, man, what can I really get out there? Product. So think about it. I'm almost positive Michael Jordan himself, and I'm not counting his pockets, he's probably made more off these sneakers than he has off the game of the NBA. While he needed the NBA probably to get the Jordan low and get all that and get the Jordans, at the same time, it's like this is a gift that keeps on giving because we right here, you know? But yeah, that's very interesting. I say all that to say, still though, if they got to make cuts here, meaning they're not making, you know, what they anticipated to make, so they're got to cut where they feel is safe to cut, right? That's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. And then if you think about this, and I said this time and time again too, if Nike, then the head honcho, is feeling the pain, all the other sneaker brands that are underneath them, that doesn't mean everybody, okay, cool. Like, it could be, it's something as simple as like, we're not buying Nikes anymore, we're going to go buy more New Balance. But as New Balance are, right, we can just use them for example, are they ready for the extra load? You know? Are they built? They need time for that. People get frustrated very quickly over there too. One thing as human beings, it's hard to say that not everybody, I mean, it's safe to say that not everybody has patience. You know, they don't have patience. You know what I'm saying? I know I lose mine from time to time. Let me continue to read this real quick. Let's see. It says, the move we are making is about setting ourselves up to win and create the next great chapter for Nike, the brand said in a statement and obtained by BOF. The new formation is built to put sport and sport culture back at the center to connect more deeply with the athlete and the consumer and give us a more space to create what only Nike can. Says the move marks the first structural reorganization by Hill as a part of its ongoing win now strategy. Since will become the brand CEO October 2024. So he came in office at 2024 for sure. We're going to cover this article right here too. We're going to see who's actually impacted. That one kind of just gave us a gist of what was going on. So that's why I want to make sure I covered both articles here. Again, he's just been a new guy since October. So if you think about it, October rolls around again, what, in 2 months? Because September's right around the corner. So September, then October. So a little, like, less than a month per se. We got a month and some change. I'll say that. He'll be in there for a year. I wonder, they're going to obviously do, I'm pretty sure they already looked at what he did for the first 90 days. Kind of like how they do when we get a new president. What you do for the first 90 days? All right, cool. What you've done for the first year, this and the third. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously if homie's not producing or doing what they anticipate him to do, then yeah, he got to go. You know? I mean, but seems like he's got a game plan, especially considering how we have been getting a lot of stuff that we haven't. Until I never thought we would have got the undefeateds back. Let's just keep it 100. So he's doing something good over there. It says Nike has a new round of layoffs. Who's impacted, right? So let's see who real quick. It says U.S. and Canadian employees have been asked to work from home next week while the changes are implemented. Wow. I mean, that's kind of a gift and a curse because, like, you get to work from home, but you don't know if you're going to be returning back to your job. You know, that sucks. Nike president and chief executive officer Elliot Hill in a recently announced Nike running capsule. It says Nike on Thursday disclosed a new round of layoffs, this time impacting the corporate team. So they're not hitting the little guys here. So, you know what I mean? I was guessing, like, do they hit the little guys? They hit the middleman? No. They're cutting from the top. All those extra fancy name jobs that you're like, hey, what does so-and-so really do anyway? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not picking on anybody in particular, but that is a thing that seems like that's been happening across the board, especially as we got a new administration in office, right? They're like, yo, all these extra little roles that we don't know what the hell that person do anyway, and they just kind of cool to be around, they got to go, you know? That may be the case here. It says, the move comes after President and Chief Executive Officer Elliot Hill raised the possibility of layoffs in June during Nike's earnings report for the fourth quarter of the fiscal 2025. It says Nike told Footwear News that 1% of its corporate employees will be let go. An email from the company leadership team informed employees of the realignment beginning next week. U.S. and Canadian employees will work remotely until September 8th. When Nike says its conversations about the changes will conclude, it says a Nike team meeting is then scheduled for September 10th with the job roles that take effect September 21st. So pretty much By September 21st, people will know their fate. Whether you're going to be taking on some extra duties or, you ain't in no other place at this point. You know what I'm saying? So that will suck either way across the board, man. And think about some of these people probably been working together for years. Now, this is the corporate team. And these are somebody that, if I'm assuming if you're at the corporate, you're making, the top dollar. You know what I mean? Let's see. Luis Santiago says, what's good, fam? What up? What up? What up? Y'all smash that like button as y'all come in and out. It says, change can be difficult. It can also be what sharpens the edge, aligns the teams, and sets up the win. The email signed by Hill and members of the senior leadership team said, and the W is ours to take, embracing an athlete mindset that leads with passion, commitment, and determination. If I'm not mistaken, right? Hopefully I read that correctly. You know what I'm saying? Or determination. I'm pretty sure that's determination. But don't quote me on that one because I could just be messing up the words. My bad. It says, net sales fell 12% for the physical quarter. And that's the thing right there too, right? Money. When the money's not money in, businesses got to make moves. And that's what they usually do. It says net sales fell 12% for the final quarter of 2025 compared to the same year period. But a sense of the optimism surrounds Nike and its efforts to turn around business. Shares rose by 15% on the day after the earnings call, in which Hill said the worst was now behind Nike. So again, he said that, but now we got to do 1%. But those 1%, again, those are the people at the top. He hasn't cut, the crazy big number. Well, he's probably already did it, but they're not probably doing it on the level of what they got to do now. They're just trying to strengthen the team at the top. Because at the end of the day, dog, let's just keep it real. A business is only as strong as its leader. You know what I'm saying? As it's like, you know what I'm saying? If you're the team lead, you got to really lead the team. If your team ain't motivated, then, yeah, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? If the boss, right? If you got a boss that's a you know what I'm saying? It affects everybody underneath them. I've worked with some great bosses. I've worked with some not so great bosses. You know what I'm saying? I worked with some bosses that were just a little too relaxed and ones that should have been a little firm. So I guess and I've never been a boss. You know what I'm saying? I'm the worker or the team lead, to lead the team or whatever. But I've never been the boss. So I know at the same time, it's easier said than done to probably say you need to find a happy medium. Because you got say you got 20 people, 22 people underneath you that work for you. You got 22 different mindsets and what have you. It's going to be hard to cater and please each and every last one of them. You know what I'm saying? Let me get to the article real quick. It says, the results we're reporting in the quarter 4 and the fiscal 2025 are not up to the Nike standard Hill said at the time, but but as we said 90 days ago, the work we're doing to reposition the business through our win now actions is having an impact. From here, we're expecting business results to improve. It's time to turn the page. Yeah, I almost said word to Bobby Valentino. If you know, you know. But you know what I'm saying? It says 2 rounds of layoffs in May and June focused on Nike's technology division, right? With some of the work being shifted in third-party vendors. In spring of 2024, Nike laid off an additional 740 employees at the Beaverton, Oregon global headquarters, which the company expected to amount to $2 billion in cost, saving it in anticipation of the drop in the revenue, right? Okay, because they knew as we get these new tariffs, these new changes, this stuff isn't gonna move as fast. You know what I'm saying? So again, it probably was one of those they probably couldn't afford it. The employees may not even did anything wrong. They probably just couldn't afford to pay the guys anymore, And some business, instead of cut you all the way down and keep doing all that, we just cut you all the way off, which is easier said than done, I'm sure. It says earlier this year, Hill outlined the company's new win now strategy with a refocus on performance across the board for the Nike, Jordan brand, and Converse brand. Says popular lifestyle models that include the Air Jordan 1, Air Force 1, and Dunk Low and Vomero 5 are being scaled down in the production. Hill also identified the U.S., UK, and China as the 3 key countries for the company's turnaround with New York, Los Angeles, London, Beijing, and Shanghai as the 5 key cities. It says in the coming weeks we shift to a sport offense, setting ourselves up to win and create the next chapter in Nike's Inc. story. The company-wide email said, it says it's a formation built to put the sport and sport culture back at the center, to connect more deeply with the athlete and the consumer and give us the space to create what only we can. You know what? This article makes a little bit more sense to me. What if I had to guess, dog? Basically, before, it seems like Nike or the previous CEO, and I'm not saying this is what his is, but it seemed like before Nike had kind of wanted to do more lifestyle-based product. Now they're saying we're going to get back in our bag and do what we do best. Get another, like, super crazy, like, super wild, great athlete like Jordan and make a great product so it can start reinventing the wheel, you know? Because to be honest, they did try to go lifestyle. Think about, what do you think a Travis and a Jordan 1 collab is? In so many words, that's a lifestyle joint. Then Travis got his own joints, which I'm not a fan of, but to each your own. They are a lifestyle shoe. You know what I'm saying? They're not, like, I wouldn't say skateboarding or basketball or anything like that. Even though not on Jordan 1s, it's like the perfect mixture of lifestyle and what have you. So it looks like they said they want to get back in their sports bag. You know what I'm saying? Is what I'm getting from this. You know what I'm saying? They're not trying to go no more to as in like, all right, cool, let's stay going lifestyle. Because to be honest, they tried that for the longest. And think about this. Travis took off, right? And helped with the lifestyle vibe of the joint. Drake, not so much in my opinion, right? Lil Yachty, not so much in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? They got other artists on there. DJ Khaled, when he finally did release a shoe, his 5s stink. You know what I'm saying? We wanted the 3s. You know what I'm saying? So they took that lifestyle risk, I feel like, as far as they plan to take it. I think they're probably like, all right, cool, we don't have enough. We got to get back in our bag, is what I'm getting from it. It says in the coming weeks, we'll shift to a sports offense. We read that part, I think. Let's see. Yep, I think I read this part. It says, in the formation built to put the sports brand culture back to the center and connect and what we can. Yeah, so, yeah. And let me read the last little bit of this joint. Then we'll talk upcoming sneaker releases. Then I'll wrap this thing up here at the top of the hour. So I'll be on this joint for like another, like, roughly, like, 5 to 7 minutes. It says, as Nike moves towards its anticipated resurgence, its running line is already showing encouraging signs with growth in the high single digits during the fourth quarter. Part of the rise is attributed to the Vomero franchise, which hit $100 million in sales in just a few months following the release of the Vomero 18. And a lot of people have been really trying to sell me on the Vomeros. They're saying that that's a very comfortable shoe. So we'll see. I may have to get a pair here just to test it out. And I think that covers this article too. We'll talk a little bit of upcoming sneaker releases here at the last part of live. I think I covered this part already. Let's see. Announce the job cuts 1%. I think I already covered this joint. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Did I read this one? I think so. Yeah. So we covered that when we went here. We covered the SSENSE joint. So let's talk a little bit of upcoming sneaker releases. Then we'll wrap things up for the night. Now, I know the undefeated joints looks like they were supposed to drop on sneakers. It was exclusive access. Don't really want to burn any bridges or piss anybody off here tonight on this one, but at the same time, dog, I feel like Nike them didn't do this drop right, because I feel like everybody was banking on, okay, cool, we didn't hit on undefeated. I know some people that, you know, the undefeated thing was kind of weird. We're used to seeing rollouts the next day, because I think it was like a Tuesday when it closed out. And then we didn't start seeing W's until like, what, Friday? You know what I'm saying? It's very interesting, but I get it. They had a lot of pairs and they were trying to do it the best they can. So I do not want to be the guy up here complaining, because I know I'm very curious that was like at least 100,000 pairs, dog. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the real stock numbers. I'm just guessing. And I hate, it's a gift and a curse when I see people say, oh yeah, let's just the stock numbers, which we ain't seen that in a long time. Because honestly, a lot of people, I see it, but not nowhere near on the level of what we used to see back in the day, because everybody's like, well, it's going to be most likely available. You know what I'm saying? Salutes to the people who did catch these. I do like these pair for sure. So whoever did get exclusive access, I'm going to be honest, like I was telling y'all at the beginning of the live, I haven't seen nobody show they got exclusive access. Even because they said even if you got exclusive access, don't guarantee you got the W. So I don't know. It was very interesting. You know what I'm saying? Now I've seen some people post this in the Discord. These Action Brunsons. This is the pink joint, and then I think he has the brown joints right here. This is the Tiger Eye, and let's see what the other one is called. He does some very unique names with his shoes. The Action Brunson New Balance 1992 USA Digital, and this is Potpourri releases in September. I'm assuming with the whole thing, since he's so like in love with his girl, and I don't want this to seem like a bad thing, but I'm assuming this is kind of like for his boo, inspired off his boo, and this one is inspired off, this was something he would wear. Again, don't hate it. Necessarily wouldn't say I love it though. I will say the one pair of Action Brunsons that I do have, I will say the comfort level is there, and it is a tremendous gym shoe. I actually like it. I wear it to the gym a lot. So I don't know. Depending on how the piggy bank may be looking, I may get a pair for the gym. But I mean, at the same time, gym collection has been looking nice and strong too. You know what I'm saying? I'll keep it real on that one. So, I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. You know what I'm saying? I know some people have given me hard times about giving Action Bronson sneakers a hard time, but I mean, at the end of the day, I've always said this: buy what you like. You know what I'm saying? And just real quick, every Jordan that's kind of dropping in September, I'm gonna cover this. Which also Monday, I'll be dropping the top anticipated upcoming sneaker releases as well. So again, it's just a little snippet of what to anticipate. As you can see, these are the Travis Scott fragment joints that I was talking about. I would really love to have a pair of these. And then we have the Air Jordan 5s right here next to the joint, the Tokyos. Those are clean. You know what I'm saying? And then this right here, Cave Stone, is anticipated September 6th, which is next week. This is like a poor man Travis, and I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. This is going to be a tough week for me coming up because, I mean, like, and then I know some people in the Goodfellas asked me, if I was going to just try to catch. Some people said they're going to try to catch them on sale. I have a feeling these going to sell out. These may be a problem. You know what I'm saying? I think they might be a problem. And these are the Jordan 1 High Baruch Brown. I want to say barbecue so bad, but Baruch Brown. Another poor man Travis Scott type of vibe to me, September 9th. Don't hate them, but don't love them. Then we got the Fire Red 5s. Now, this is the Black Tongue version. So this is anticipated September 13th. I like these, but I don't know if I'm going to cop. Even with the Nike check and the 23 on the side of the shoe, I don't know if I'm going to cop, though. But I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. Definitely a tough decision. Definitely a tough decision on that one. We got the Air Jordan 3 Mexico El Barrido, or Video. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. If not, I will definitely research it and get the name pronounced for sure. So yeah, that one be, and then we got the Dusty Rose Air Jordan 40. Wow. I've never owned a pair of Air Jordan 40. This is in September 20th. And then this right here, the Military Blue Travis Scott joint right here. Very interesting. If these coming, they got with the black laces. I'm assuming they're going to hit us with some whites. But I would love to have these with some pinks in there. You know what I'm saying? Some pink laces. Looks like we got Manny with the kicks in there. Says, what's poppin'? Sold Out family. What up, Manny's? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? About to get ready to end it live here in the next couple minutes, big dog. But yeah, this is a shoe that I'm anticipating that I'm curious how this is going to roll out. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, if it's on Travis Scott website, not saying I won't try, but I won't have my hopes up. You know what I mean? His website, I don't know. It's room for improvement for his website, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? And sneakers, you see how they're rolling out with things too. I'm going to keep it 100. With the exception of like one or two things, this whole year, and think about it, we're going on the 9th month. The 9th month will be, Monday. In 9 months, I've only copped like one thing off of the sneakers app. You know what I mean? That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Man says, those on my wish list now, Polo. Oh, these Travis Scott joints. They clean. They clean, man. I'm very curious what they're going to do on the resale market, too. And then we got the Air Jordan 5 Tokyo joints. I'm good. Even though I know it says, opening in 2011, this and the third. It's got a story behind it. I'm just not really geeked over it like that. Let me put myself back on the main screen real quick as we come up at the top of the hour. About to get ready to wrap things up here for the night, man. This definitely was a good one. Definitely got all my topics across right quick. And yeah, what we talk about, Nike announces more job cuts. which seems like it's more at the corporate level, if I'm not mistaken, at the top. So we're seeing how that goes and see how that will affect us. And then, of course, SSENSE filing for bankruptcy or something close to what they consider like bankruptcy. So this whole live is a legend and opinionated base. I don't know exactly what the hell is going on, but I definitely just saw what was already posted. Kind of covered that tonight as well. And then we talked a little bit of upcoming sneaker releases. I got the top anticipated upcoming sneaker releases coming on Monday. Manu Kick says the Tokyo 5 pretty clean. They cool, but I mean, to each their own for sure. You know what I'm saying? But I'll have also Music Monday as well. I'm positive. May take a break because technically it is a holiday, Labor Day. But, you know, I don't know. We'll see. I may go live. I may not. But other than that, man, let's wrap this joint up here. Y'all definitely smash that like button. Sub up to the channel if you're new. And if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones. And what I normally do is make content about sneakers. Occasional Tron Halls. And y'all know we got Music Monday. But this is sold out. Where, of course, we talk that sneaker talk. Definitely sign up for the sold out Discord. It is free. The link is pinned at the top of the comment section and it's free to sign up. Or, of course, we'll continue the sneaker talk. We got a food section, a sports section. Most likely, I will see you guys on Monday. More content on the way. Y'all definitely don't forget to smash that like button on the way out. Sub up. And, yeah, I'm officially out this thing, man. Peace.
December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God enough I can remember.